So I'm wearing shoes instead of boots right now, so got to be a little more careful. Oops, let me curve down here. So now, cave is obviously getting smaller. I'm hunching down a bit. Okay, there it is. The cave is a little bit small here, but it gets bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and crawl through here very carefully, even though I didn't bring knee pads. Just have to be careful. Okay, now a really wide room again. Obviously the cave is still sloping downwards. These rocks on the floor are breakdown rocks. They're from the ceiling. They're actually kind of smooth on top. They actually cleaved off nice and evenly. I mean, a nice clean break. Not sure why that is. It's like the broken part's nicer than the part that's still in one piece. It's the part that's still in one piece that's formed from it, it's melted and it cooled. A lot of smoothness on the wall here, like it was melted and it flowed down a bit when it was just cooling. Here's a little almost side passage, but it doesn't go anywhere. That's strange. Let me pan up so you can see. That might help. Interesting. All right, now the ceiling's getting low again. I'm hunched down a bit, trying to make sure I don't bump the ceiling. I don't want to damage it. Okay, I'm standing up again. So yeah, the ceiling keeps getting taller and lower, taller and lower, just like the floor, but not really in unison. So obviously the floor is pretty much 99% going downhill. Obviously I'm losing quite a bit of elevation here. Yeah, the ceiling is at least 8 feet tall here. Except for that one bat right at the entrance. I don't see any bats. Crazy. Okay, well, we got a split. Now look at that. There's like, it gets really small, like a foot tall, probably a dead end. And then over here, it gets small. Not quite as quickly. Let's see if this goes anywhere. I was already here last month. I know the answer. It's it gets too small. Basically, where you see that roundness, that's about as far as a person can go. So that is the lower end of this cave, Valentine Cave, which is named after the day it was discovered, Valentine's Day. Forgot what year, it's been a while. Obviously the cave's not perfectly straight in the XY dimensions either. It zigzags just like a river. Water flowing and lava flowing are somewhat similar, different time scales and so on. I'm hunching down here. Ceiling's only probably 4 feet tall, just enough to be tricky. There's that breakdown pile again, one of them. Again, right where I am, look how the ceiling is rough. And then as soon as you get above the breakdown pile, it totally changes. It's smoother, it's got that white stuff. You know, these rocks are wet. These rocks are not slippery at all. This part's easy. It's interesting how different rocks, some are really slippery and some are not. You know, they all look about the same. So when you're walking around uneven terrain, you gotta learn to recognize what's what. Of course, in here it's not steep, so if I fall down, I won't die. But, you know, if you're on a steeper terrain, it becomes more critical. Notice that smooth spot in the floor. It's like what they call a lava raft, I think, from, you know, coming down from somewhere else. I don't know if that's breakdown or what exactly, but it's not an individual piece. It's welded in there. Oops, I touched the ceiling. Let's see if I can get through here. A lot of times it seems harder to get out than it was to get in. Something to keep in mind when you do this. You always want to make sure there's a way out.